Hey everybody, I'm making a landscape painting today and I'd like to walk you through my process. I'm painting with watercolor and gouache in my sketchbook, so I started out by taping out my painting area and making a sketch. Then I'm starting with my watercolor and I'm painting in the sky. This is a wet on wet technique, so I'm putting down a layer of water first and then putting this blue and gray on top of it. Then I'll let that dry and I'll start working on the first layer of the painting, which is the land in the distance and the lake in the foreground. When I paint with watercolor and gouache, I like to put down a first layer with watercolor first and then paint with gouache on top. So for this first layer, I'm not really worrying about too much detail. I'm just putting down the colors that I see and some of the shadows and just trying to get some paint down on the paper. And I am using a reference photo for this. It is one that I took from Glendalough in Ireland. So now that that first layer of watercolor is done, I'm starting in with the gouache. So I started with the land that is the furthest away and then started to work forward. And as we work forward, I'm making the colors more saturated and adding more detail. And while we're here, I'm going to talk about the sponsor of this video, which is Canvas. They were so kind and sent me this lamp to try out. This lamp is great if you're interested in filming your own art or any project that you have. It's got a ring light on the other side, and it has this articulating arm, which means I can position it in any way that I want. So that's how I'm getting all my nice overhead shots with this video. The base can be this heavy wooden base or a desk clamp as well. And just for reference, this is what I was doing before. Super sketchy. I would tape down that longer arm to try and get these overhead shots. This is much easier. So their link is in my bio, and you can use this code for 10% off if you'd like to use it. I would totally recommend checking them out. And here we are working on this final section of the painting. This foreground has lots of pretty heather and different colored bushes and grass. So I'm mixing together red, yellow, and green to make that color combination and adding lots of texture. And adding these final purple flowers as well. Then we can take off the tape, which is everyone's favorite part. This always brings the painting together. Make sure you sign your painting as well, and then here is the finished painting. I really like it. I think it turned out really pretty. This is a great sketchbook session for today, and make sure you check out Canvas. Again, link in my bio. Would recommend.